The United Kingdom is a treasure chest where every region hides something different. Misty mountains, sunlit beaches, lively cities, and villages that feel like time forgot them. Here are 10 places that prove the UK is far more magical than most travelers ever imagine. Number 10. South Downs. The South Downs is where England gets gentle, rolling green hills, open skies, and villages that look like they belong in an old watercolor. You'll find yourself wandering the famous South Downs Way, a trail that sweeps across fields, chalk cliffs, and storybook towns. And here's the thing, it's not just walking. You can kayak winding rivers, learn to forage with local guides, or set off on a gentle trek with friendly alpacas ambling beside you. Better yet, the route is dotted with cozy pubs and farm shops, perfect for refueling with a pint or homemade pie after a long day outside. At dusk, the light softens the hills into gold, allowing those quiet sunset moments to permanently reside in your memory. You come for the views, but you leave remembering the small, unexpected joys that make this countryside unforgettable. Number 9. Cheddar Gorge. If the drama had a home in England, it would be Cheddar Gorge. Sheer limestone cliffs tower over winding roads, creating a backdrop that looks like it belongs in a fantasy film. You'll find yourself craning your neck just to take it all in. And it's not just about staring up at the rocks. The gorge doubles as a playground for adventurers. You can climb the cliffs, head underground into vast caves, or test your nerves with caving and freefall activities. The area is full of wildlife. Wild goats scale impossible slopes, and rare plants cling to the stone. After all that adrenaline, the nearby village of Cheddar delivers the ultimate reward: authentic cheddar cheese, made where the name began. One moment you're chasing thrills, the next you're savoring flavors. Cheddar Gorge gives you both a natural wonder and a taste of tradition. Number 8. Windsor. Few towns blend royal elegance with riverside charm like Windsor. You'll spot Windsor Castle long before you reach the city, the world's oldest and largest occupied castle, and still a working palace today. Step inside and you'll wander through centuries of British heritage, from grand staterooms to the quiet beauty of St. George's Chapel. But interestingly, Windsor isn't just about the castle. The town itself has a warmth that pulls you in. Stroll the cobbled high street, sample melt-in-your-mouth fudge at the famous Fudge Kitchen, or pause for a drink at a centuries-old pub. You can take a walk through Windsor Great Park, where deer roam freely across wide, open fields. And when the day slows down, the River Thames is waiting for an evening stroll or a boat ride. Windsor gives you a slice of royal tradition while still feeling like a place you can happily linger. Number 7. Glasgow. Music seeps through the streets of Glasgow, a city that wears its character boldly. Here, the murals brighten old stone walls, and music spills out from every corner. This is where Scotland's heartbeat grows loudest. Glasgow doesn't whisper its character, it shouts it proudly. Step onto its streets and you'll feel that mix of creativity, grit, and warmth almost instantly. Victorian architecture gives the city grandeur, while free museums make culture accessible to everyone. The food scene here is just as exciting, with everything from hearty Scottish stews to international flavors. Better yet, the nightlife is legendary, with live gigs, comedy clubs, and whiskey bars keeping the city buzzing well past midnight. But the real highlight? The people. Glaswegians are famously friendly, quick to laugh, and always ready for a chat. In Glasgow, you don't just see a city, you join a community that makes you feel at home. Number 6. Brighton. Some towns are built for tradition. Brighton was built for fun. The seafront hums with energy, arcades flashing on the pier, buskers filling the air with music, and beachgoers spread across the pebbled shore. You won't believe how much character is tucked into this one place. Wander into the lanes, and you'll discover quirky shops packed with antiques, vintage clothes, and one-of-a-kind treasures. Hungry? Classic fish and chips taste best here. Brighton doubles as a gateway to one of England's most photographed spots, the Seven Sisters Cliffs, dazzling white against the blue sea. This isn't just a seaside stop, it's a city with a rebellious spirit, a love of color, and an energy that doesn't fade when the sun sets. Brighton isn't quiet, it's alive, and it pulls you right in. Number 5. Cornwall golden beaches, rugged cliffs, and waves that surfers chase year-round. Cornwall feels like England's coastal escape. Summer turns it into a playground with camper vans lined along roads and coastal paths buzzing with hikers. But Cornwall isn't only about sun and surf. Villages like St. Ives and Padstow reveal a gentler side, where narrow lanes lead to art galleries and harbourside cafes. And the best part? Foodies love Cornwall just as much as beachgoers. Fresh seafood, Cornish, pasties, and clotted cream teas are all part of the experience. It's the home of legends here. Tintagel Castle whispers tales of King Arthur, adding a mythical edge to the scenery. Whether you're chasing waves in Newquay or strolling along a cliff at sunset, Cornwall has a way of making everyday moments feel like holidays. It's adventure, history, and relaxation, all wrapped into one unforgettable stretch of coastline. Number 4. Lake District mornings. Here start quietly, mist sliding over glassy lakes, hills fading in and out of view. It's no wonder poets and painters found endless inspiration in the Lake District. You'll find yourself drawn to the water, whether that means a boat ride on Windermere or a simple walk along its peaceful edge. Adventure seekers won't be disappointed either. England's tallest peak, Scafell Pike, rises here, and the Via Ferrata climbing route gives even seasoned hikers a thrill. But the charm isn't only in the big adventures. Small villages like Keswick and Ambleside invite you to linger in bookshops, sip tea in stone cafes, or end a day of walking with a hearty pub meal. When the day begins to fade here, the sunsets drape the hills in soft gold, turning ordinary evenings into something unforgettable. Number 3. Yorkshire. If variety is what you're after, Yorkshire delivers. One moment, you're standing in the shadow of York Minster, tracing centuries of history in its soaring Gothic stonework. Next, you're out in the wild, tackling the Yorkshire Three Peaks, or wandering through the sweeping dales where sheep dot the hillsides. But Yorkshire is more than just countryside and cathedrals. Cities like Leeds and Sheffield bring nightlife, shopping, and music festivals, balancing the region's quieter corners with a modern edge. Food is another reason to come. There's nothing quite like a proper Yorkshire pudding with Sunday roast, eaten where the tradition began. The historic market towns scatter the county, each with its own flavor, from cobbled lanes to old coaching inns. Yorkshire doesn't try to be one thing. It's a patchwork, wild and urban, old and new, grand yet welcoming, all rolled into one county. Number 2, Edinburgh. A city that feels like a storybook brought to life, Edinburgh blends medieval mystery with festival energy. Cobblestone streets, smoky whiskey bars, and a skyline crowned by a castle, Edinburgh is a city that never runs out of stories. Walk through the old town, and you'll stumble into hidden closes, ghostly tales, and centuries-old buildings that lean with age. Shift to the new town, and it's all Georgian elegance and wide boulevards. Every August, the Fringe Festival transforms the city into a stage with comedy, theater, and music bursting out of every corner. But if you crave a few moments of peace amidst nature, you can have that too. A climb up Arthur's Seat rewards you with sweeping views that stretch all the way to the sea. Edinburgh is moody, atmospheric, and endlessly charming, the kind of place where even a rainy afternoon feels like part of the experience. You won't just see it, you'll feel its character everywhere. Number 1. Scottish Highlands. Here's the truth. No postcard or photo ever does the Scottish Highlands justice. You only understand when you're there, when mountains rise suddenly before you, and lochs stretch out under skies that change by the minute. Driving through Glencoe feels like stepping into a film, dramatic and haunting all at once. You'll stumble across ruined castles, cozy whiskey distilleries, and villages where hospitality is as warm as the hearth fires. Better yet, adventure waits everywhere. Hike Ben Nevis, spot red deer, or chase the legend of Nessie at Loch Ness. And here's the magic. You don't just visit the Highlands, you feel them. The silence, the space, the sheer scale of it all lingers long after you've gone. This is Scotland at its most untamed, a place that leaves you both humbled and completely alive. The United Kingdom is more than landmarks. It's a journey through wild highlands, charming villages, coastal escapes, and vibrant cities. Each destination leaves its own story behind, turning a trip into lasting memories. Visit the UK not just to see, but to feel a country that always surprises.